and why is Ayurveda relevant for us today?
See, Ayurveda from the beginning, it's almost 5,000 years. Ayurveda always believed in prevention more than the getting cured.
Wow, without touching, without even knowing, without talking, how?
That is what is taught in Ayurveda, that unique bioindividuality. We can diagnose by just by seeing you which body type you belong to. When I treated Dr. Rajkumar.
How did you come up with the concept of Shathayu and making such a beautiful, phenomenally beautiful?
Because I was passionate. Anything I do, give the best out of me.
15 lakh odd patients treated so far. That is a phenomenal record.
Even today, the latest one was 7 failed IVF, 4 failed IUI. They got successfully triplets. And we have 14 years married life, 4 failed IVF, 4 failed IUI. They got naturally conceived.
Dr. Mruthyunjaya Swamy is a seasoned expert in Ayurveda and holistic wellness, promoting natural healing and preventive healthcare. At Shathayu, he has been instrumental in blending ancient Ayurvedic principles with modern wellness practices to deliver comprehensive health solutions. Shathayu specializes in personalized wellness programs for all age groups, detoxification therapies to rejuvenate the mind and body, preventive healthcare solutions for long-term well-being. Under his leadership, Shathayu has achieved a turnover of 25 crores and has become a trusted name in holistic wellness, offering programs tailored to meet the needs of today's fast-paced lifestyles while staying true to Ayurveda's timeless principles. Hello, welcome to Grind to Gold, a fabulous podcast series which focuses on entrepreneurs whom have made a difference to the world. Today, we have an Ayurvedic evangelist, a Dhanvantri, a true Dhanvantri, Dr. Mruthyunjaya Swamy, on our show. Welcome to you, sir.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure to be in your show.
Thank you so much. I have a huge list of questions to ask you. However, considering the stress level that we go through in our daily life, let me begin by asking you, how and why is Ayurveda relevant for us today?
See, Ayurveda from the beginning, it's almost 5,000 years. Ayurveda is into the existence. Ayurveda always believed in prevention more than the getting cured. Because Ayurveda never waits you to get into trap of the disease. Okay, so especially in this modern era, because the way we are living, the way we are leading the life, that it is so stressful. Maybe it is because of the competition and the way we made up ourselves. The lot of time we chase unrealistic dreams, and so many times we forget to live the day rather than thinking of tomorrow. So this is leading to tremendous amount of stress. And Ayurveda always believed to take care of yourself.
Nice, very nice. Excellent. So, talking about taking care, how relevant or how important are these therapies that you give at Shathayu?
See, usually in Ayurveda, especially when it comes to the preventive aspect, that's why Ayurveda is so popular worldwide, because of its preventive nature rather than the prescriptive one. So when it comes to the preventive, we do a lot of therapies to get out of the problems. For example, you see any of the Indian traditions, even traditionally we followed since so many years. Since centuries we are following the same thing. You go to any grandmas, you may be remembering your childhood days where grandma used to give that oil bath.
Correct.
Only during some seasons, not every day.
Right.
And they used to give so many deworming medicines.
Correct.
Okay, in the form of, like, say, this neem leaves crushed and make into a round pills, and they used to make you to swallow, and that same night they used to give you some castor oil, so that morning you will get some purging.
Yes, right.
Purging will happen. So that's one way of deworming, and it's cleansing the intestine also. Right. So what happens when there is a seasons passing through, like winter, summer, rainy season, so every time the body type changes according to the season, according to the nature. That's why you see during the winter you will feel the dryness in the
Correct.
skin.
Correct.
Okay, so same way there are a lot of changes during summer, lot of changes in the rainy season. Accordingly, Ayurveda always follows those rituals.
Awesome.
Yeah, for example, Deepavali, it comes during the winter, where oil bath is must in everybody's house.
Absolutely.
Those-
We actually don't know why.
Yes, so many people.
So many
They
people
just
don't know why.
they just feel that because ancestors told, we are also
We
doing.
are doing it.
But nobody knows it. But
Right.
actually, Ayurveda always, it was part of life. That's why Ayurveda is called as a life science. It is never called as a medical science.
Medical science.
It never deals with the disease first. It first deals with the prevention first. So that's why it's called as a life science. And from the centuries, Ayurveda was part of life. It is never came into the existence only when you started suffering. So even you see the seasonal regimen also, whenever the winter season comes, you give any naivedya to God, okay, the prasada to God is all oil fried one. That happens only during the winter season. The moment winter season finishes, that is around January 15th, when Uttarayana sets in, when the heat sets into the nature, the cold wave goes off, heat wave starts, then immediately there is a pongal, there is a khichdi. Okay, that kind of a naivedya starts. So there is fried items stopped. Why? Because it's the winter. In the winter, naturally temperature drops down. To maintain that outside temperature, so body temperature has to keep raising. Otherwise, it will collapse. So to raise, what it will does, it will increase the metabolism. The moment metabolism increases, your digestion increase, your digestive fire is too hot, and your temperature is too hot, then you have to eat lot of good food and heavy food,
Right.
so that it will match the outside temperature and inside your digestive fire, that is metabolism. So that is why you see any cold countries, for example European countries, wherever you go to the cold countries, they use lot of cheese, lot of butter, lot of ghee,
Correct.
lot of alcohol they use to maintain
Right.
their inside
The
body temperature.
Body temperature.
Yeah. So these are all Ayurveda believed from the beginning. That's why in olden days it is practiced in everybody's household. That's why grannies were known as like miracle doctors. Okay. They used to, any problem you have, they had a decoction. They used to get into the kitchen, prepare some decoction, and they used to give.
Correct.
So Ayurveda practiced from the beginning as a lifestyle management rather than the disease management. Definitely it addresses the issues of disease, but main focus is on the prevention.
So we can say Ayurveda is as old as human life existed, right?
Yes.
Now that said, how do you, so we have various therapies and various treatments. How do you personalize these to your patients, specifically suiting to each body type? Because each body type is different. How do you do that?
See, that's a very interesting question. See, everybody says, how come we are in the same family, in the same house, we are different people with a different thought process? That's right? So you have a same sibling, eating the same food, having a same lifestyle, same parenting, everything is there, but their thought process, their way of living, way of thinking, everything is entirely different. That attributes to your body type, unique body types. Because everyone is born with individual body nature. That's what we call in Ayurveda as a prakriti. Each individual is born with that. So accordingly, their behavior changes, their eating habit changes, their sleeping pattern changes, decision making, the success, failure, handling of the situations, managing the stress, everything depends on that particular individual body specific nature. We call it as a unique bio-individuality. In layman language, it's called as prakriti. Each body type is different, like a DNA structure. Then you may ask me question that which is a good one, which is a bad one. There is nothing like that. Everyone is born with unique DNA coding. Same is in the body. It's like the way snake has a poison, but it never kills the snake, but it protects snake.
Correct.
Same in the body, we have three different body types, which are there to nurture the inborn nature. So whenever that get into disturb, then you get a disease. First it starts with a discomfort, then the disease starts. So you ask me the question about those, how the therapies are planned for this particular individual specific body types. So that's what we believe in Ayurveda, huge unique bioindividuality. Accordingly, we'll select and mix and match the lot of therapies. And so many people even today, they got a misconception that Ayurveda means massage.
Correct.
It's no way, because that's what we try to do in Shathayu also. We want to get out of that massage concept of people. Massage is one of the preemptive treatment for doing a panchakarma. It is not the main treatment at all. So that way, that is not at all called as a therapy. But we have a lot of Shirodhara is there, then Karnapurna is there, Akshitarpana is there, Katibasti, Janubasti. For different disease pattern, we adopt the different therapies and treatments. One of the best for de-stressing is Shirodhara, which is worldwide very popular. If you get it done for 3 days, even if it is hypertension, anything related to stress, whatever the stress hormone imbalance is there, that will be getting balanced with those therapies. Apart from that, there are a lot of seasonal therapies, a lot of individual specific therapies. Treatment therapies are also different. Like we adopt a lot of panchakarmas to treat the diseases.
Excellent. So this is very inspiring. So what pushed you to pursue Ayurveda? Was it a push? Was it a will?
Very interesting question, because like me also, I was in the rat race, same. From the childhood, I had a very wild dream to become one of the top 10 billionaire of the world, like the richest people of the world.
Amazing.
So even when primary school to high school, when there was a promotion, then whole management team was asking every individual student what you want to become. The moment I said this, then whole management said that all the students don't become like him because you don't have a clarity. So, but I was very clear about that time, because anything I chose, my aim was very clear and focus was very clear. To achieve that, I had to do a lot of preparations, whatever the field I am entering into. Coincidentally, I have a 125-year-old brand Shathayu, which is owned by my grandfather, then my father, myself. It isn't a family tradition. Otherwise, I wanted to become a cardiologist. So I want to make a cardiac clinics, want to penetrate the worldwide to make it a very affordable cardiac therapist to the world. But my grandfather, my father insisted that you go get into Ayurveda. Then suddenly my mind switched. Then I said, let me give the Ayurveda best to the world, what real Ayurveda is. Because a lot of people have a misconception about Ayurveda. And even when I started my clinic in 1998, that is around almost 26 years back, a lot of that fear factor was there for me also, and a lot of rejections were there for Ayurveda. Very few people were popular at that time who were practicing Ayurveda. So when I started, and initially 2-3 months, I never had any patient. So I was literally depressed. What is this wrong profession I chose? Because especially we are into manufacturing field. Actually, we used to manufacture Ayurveda
Very
medicine.
interesting.
We used to manufacture Ayurveda medicines. My grandfather was very popular, and he used to manufacture himself, so he had a very good control on the quality of products. He used to procure a good quality
Raw materials.
herbs and all. So, and he used to prepare himself, and he used to go and consult the people, village to village he used to go. And he was very popularly known as a children doctor, because we are very specialized in treating infertility. Even today, the latest one was 7 failed IVF.
Oh my God.
4 failed IUI.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they got successfully triplets.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and we have 14 years married life, 4 failed IVF, 4 failed IUI. They got naturally conceived.
Oh my goodness.
So that kind of a medicine he used to manufacture, and he used to go and distribute to the people. He used to consult and used to dispense the medicine and used to make money out of it. Then when I was small child, I used to observe him. Like he used to sit whenever the patient is walking in, he used to just start scolding them. That in singular way, why you are coming today? You have so much a problem inside your stomach. So much big tumor is there in your stomach. And now you are coming, you are suffering in so many years. I used to get astonished that how come he is not a god? How you can say that even without asking, without touching, anything, just patient is walking and he is asking.
Wow.
Then when I asked him, he said that's the beauty of Ayurveda. Okay.
Wow, without touching, without even knowing, without talking, how?
Yes. That is what is taught in Ayurveda, that unique bioindividuality, we can diagnose by just by seeing you which body type you belong to. Then questioning, we'll get into still more deeper. Then just doing that nadi pariksha or pulse diagnosis, we'll get into 100% of correction. Like
Brilliant.
where exactly what is wrong in it. So that was the impact I had, that there is something in this which is lacking. So when I opened, no patients were coming, then I thought there is something is missing. So then I developed a weight loss treatments. That was a overnight popularity gave it to us. Then I treated Dr. Rajkumar. See, that's what, when you do a good thing, you get a lot of good connects. So what happened, because of my grandfather's experience, I started treating infertility. So I treated one infertility couple, they got a baby. They went to see that baby, along with that baby, to Dr. Rajkumar when he came out of the Veerappan abduction.
Right.
So he asked, what is this? When did you get baby? You are suffering with infertility. Then he said, no, there is one doctor who has a very old company. He leads that institute. Then he said, no, I want that doctor to treat my arthritis.
Amazing.
So that is how I got. That's a privilege we got when we treat, when we do good things, we get that. But my grandfather's that background was there for me to do something in Ayurveda. When I started, that weight loss became popular, then infertility became popular. Then you name any celebrity, they are our clients now. They are very happy customers of Shathayu.
15 lakh odd patients treated so far. That is a phenomenal record. I can't even think of that. I mean, at such a young age, I would say that is phenomenal success, and kudos to Shathayu and kudos to your experience. Now, that brings me to the next question. What is the idea? How did you come up with the concept of Shathayu and making such a beautiful, phenomenally beautiful retreat?
Because I was passionate. Anything I do, because until unless I'm passionate, give the best out of me, I can't reach my goal of becoming a top 10.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I was very passionate whatever I am doing. But when I was studying Ayurveda itself, I was very keen that what is missing in this link, I was keenly observing. But I didn't know how to make a difference. But once I started the clinic, I made it a point. Shathayu means it's 100 years of lifespan. So that olden days people used to live 100 plus years, but nowadays span has came down below 70. So Shathayu I created only to give the people that perception of what is real Ayurveda is. It's very authentic, research based, result based. Okay, no nonsense medicine, no stinking smell and all those things. Because that and all people were thinking.
Correct.
And people were very reluctant to come to Ayurveda because of that, no evidence based, no proper research, no proper documentation. That's why you go to Shathayu, you will get a complete protocol based treatments.
Oh, fantastic.
Any center you go, all the doctors will speak the same language, same diagnostic criteria,
Amazing.
same treatment plan,
Amazing.
same result you get.
Oh, that is some success, I would say, because everybody speaking the same language is indeed a big success, especially since it's a franchisee business. So how do you think, how did this concept of franchising, Ayurveda clinic come into existence? How did you think of this?
Because
what made you think of it?
First of all, when I was starting Shathayu, the acceptance was very low. Very few people were successful in Ayurveda, and they too not with like a success rate of more than 50-60%. But I thought there is something, link is missing. So I started to join that dots. I started doing more research. We published a research paper on type 2 diabetes reversal.
Oh, wow.
Even I wrote a book on ancient secrets to reverse diabetes. Okay, a lot of people don't know that type 2 diabetes is reversible.
Amazing.
Even modern science believes, WHO believes, everybody believes. Ayurveda said 5000 years back, 20 types of diabetes. Only one is incurable, that's type 1. Remaining all 19 can be cured or reversed or controlled. So with that concept I went into deep. I correlated with modern science and we published a research paper. It's well accepted now. We get a very good diabetes reversal. And the biggest challenge you were asking me before this interview, what I used to face when I was practicing. A lot of allopathy doctors used to discourage the Ayurvedic patients that you don't take that. There is a lot of steroids are there, lot of mineral preparation are there, metal toxicity
Metal toxins are there, right?
is there. So that was the biggest challenge for me initial days. Then later I found out, and we try to give an answer to them, that all the medicines are not have a metal toxicity. Those manufactured substandard have a metal toxicity. Even you go to the any medicine manufacturer, if it is not prepared properly, it has a toxicity. Same with Ayurveda, but you can't generalize it.
Correct.
Okay, that's the one. Second one is, the biggest challenge was convincing an allopathy doctor how Ayurvedic treatment works. Because we used to believe in that Vata Pitta Kapha. So we can't tell in that normal language how to. These Vata Pitta Kapha concept, we tried to we made it a simplified version, and we tried to explain them. For example, infertility. Lot of people will ask that in Ayurveda, what do you give for female infertility when it comes to the low AMH level? Ayurvedic doctors are blank. What is that AMH level? Nobody can correlate. What is that endometrial lining? Nobody can correlate. Okay. What is the irregular hormonal disturbance happening in the body? They can't correlate. Only they can say it. Hormone is Vata, endometrial lining is Pitta. Okay, AMH is Pitta, endometrial lining is Kapha. But how do they know that? They don't know. Blindly they were treating. By fluke they are getting result, and nobody is establishing it. Out of 10, some 4 5 they are getting result, remaining people are not getting result. But we tried to bridge that gap. We started doing the research. Where exactly it's working? Endometrial lining, we have a specific medicine. AMH, we have a specific medicine. Hormone irregularity, we have a specific medicine. Even in the male, azoospermia, we have a specific. Infection in the semen, we have a specific. Motility, specific.
Amazing.
So we became specific, and we started telling them in their own language. Then they started understanding. Because a lot of andrologists work with me, we do a lot of research. Even now recently we started with cardiac research. There's a cardiac block reversal program. We are doing with allopathy cardiologist and we. So we are getting a very good result there. So nowadays acceptance rate is good, but initial days we suffered a lot. It was a big challenge to convince everyone, even to the patient. They used to ask 1,000 questions. Whatever the allopathy doctor asking, they used to come and ask us the questions.
One last question. Two last questions. What does holistic wellness mean to you personally?
See, people, even olden days also we used to believe the same thing, but even now it is a very apt for this particular generation, because nowadays people are not bothered which pati is treating them, whether allopathy, homeopathy, Ayurveda, anything. They want end of the day they want results. Okay.
Absolutely.
So integration is the key. So in integration, because Ayurveda plays vital role in preventive aspect, and when it comes to the prescriptive aspect, for example, you get into any tuberculosis hospital, they give a lot of medicine. That medicine has got a major impact on the liver, so they don't have any medicine for liver. Only Ayurveda has a solution. Like that, we have so many medicines which they don't have answer. They have so many treatments on this one. There are so many limitations for them also where they don't have answer, but we have answer. So it's a complementing each other is the only key in the future. You can't say this is mine, that is mine, this is there, that is no.
Nothing is bigger than the other. It's all collaboration.
Not at all. That's the best way to do in future.
Collaboration is the way forward. Okay. So that still brings me to one last question. I know we don't have time, but I still want to ask us just one last question. Considering our modern lifestyle and a lot of migration happens from place to place, you were suggesting that people have to go native. So when you migrate, your environment changes, your food habit changes, the quality of food, the kind of food, everything changes. So how do you still continue to be native? Because what is native in place A may not be native in place B. And you're a resident of place A and you move to place B. How do you manage that?
You rightly asked me that question. See, the way every unique body individuality people at a same home are eating the same food.
Correct.
Again, they are balancing that. Similar way, when a native of some other state comes to this state, or this state guy goes to another state, so how you have to adopt? For example, the Andhra, Kerala, all those, the staple food is rice. Punjab, Haryana, all those staple food is wheat. Okay?
Right.
So the moment you come here, there are some wheat products also. So gradually you adopt. You may not get a paratha like that, but here also is there. The byproduct of that is like chapati, puri, all those things.
Correct.
So
Correct.
like that way you have to adopt gradually. And because your body type from the North India, body built, body type, mind structure, everything is different. So you can digest heavy food. So you have to see according to our appetite, your metabolism, everything changes. Slowly and gradually you have to adapt. That's very, very crucial. Suddenly you can't change it. Then body becomes panic. So gradually you can do that.
Well, that was an exciting learning from Dr. Mruthyunjaya Swamy and from the house of Shathayu Retreat. We are here at Shathayu Retreat today, and it was beautiful to know about his journey. I'm sure you've learned quite a bit today, and you will learn to adapt that in your lifestyle. With that, we've come to an end of this episode. Thank you so much for being with us. Stay tuned, keep watching for such exciting stories, and please do like, subscribe, and share Grind to Gold. Thank you so much.